Welcome to Ever After, a Once Upon a Time podcast, Season 2, Episode 9, Queen of Hearts.
You said hearts, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In this episode, Hook and Cora face off with Emma and Mary Margaret in a race for the compass. Meanwhile, Mr. Gold and Regina plan to kill anyone who enters the portal.
Dun, dun, dun!
I am your host, Molly Southgate, and with me is
Martha Southgate.
And
Rob Southgate. What did you think, Mal?
I loved it, but there's one thing
You
I'm saying.
always love it.
I know. There's one thing I just have to say.
Yes.
Let the games begin!
What does that have to do with it?
I don't know.
Okay, well...
Hook comes to rescue Belle.
Right.
He wants to kill her because she's of no use to him. Because
Right, so now this is making sense to you.
Yes, because
Okay.
she doesn't want to, even if she knew how to kill Rumpelstiltskin, she doesn't want to.
Right.
So he's not going to convince her otherwise. So he's about to kill her.
Right.
And Regina comes in.
Yeah, he lifts his hook way up high in the air and he's about to slash her, which is horrible. And what happens?
The evil queen
No.
stops him with magic.
Yes.
No, Regina's the evil queen?
Yes.
Yeah, Regina's the evil queen. Have you been... There's a show
Cora!
called...
Cora is the evil queen at this point.
No,
Regina's
Cora's...
just Regina.
No.
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 In
So the evil
other
queen
world is...
grabs his hook and pulls it out of his stump to stop him.
Out of his person.
Right. So he can't kill Belle.
And that time, Mom said, ah! Like she was being...
Right. So now we know she starts talking to him about how she's going to be doing this big curse. This is just before the curse.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen all these different scenes leading up to it, but now we know this is like right before the curse
I was
occurs.
surprised she was just kind of freely telling people at this stage. Like, wouldn't you keep that
She
all?
wasn't. She was telling him.
It seems like people knew.
Well, she did have a bullhorn and a t-shirt.
Yeah, and so she had a Facebook
Curse is
event
coming.
page.
Right, right. Dopey standing out on the street. The curse is near.
She had one of those inflatable guys.
Yeah, the ones
dancing
that
guy.
dance. The
Yeah.
dancing inflatable guys. Yeah.
So she doesn't want to go
The curse
to
is
the-
coming.
to the new land with Cora, with her mother.
Right.
So she asks Hook to stop Cora.
No, she has Hook to kill Cora.
Same thing.
No.
No!
She wants her to kill her mom.
Stop, kill,
And he says,
potato.
she says, I
Potato
sent
bug!
him, potato
Oh,
bug. She said,
Cow!
Cora's in another land, and we're going to send you through to that other land, and two have to go through, so that she has a dead body. You and a dead body are going to go through, and then you and Cora are going to come back, and you're going to steal her heart, and she enchants his hook.
Mhm.
Wait! Favorite line. Do you remember... What was his name?
The
If
guy,
it's your favorite
Yeah, the
line,
dead
what you
guy?
asking me
Yeah.
for?
What
Okay.
was the dead guy's...
we'll call him Stu.
Do you remember Stu?
Yes, he was very meaty. Thank
No.
you.
Ew.
Dad, that's gross.
He was a beefy guy.
Beefy Stu.
Okay, what are we talking about?
What? Do you remember
Not making
Stu?
any sense.
Do you remember... No, it was a guy, and she said... The dead guy, and she said, do you remember Stu? She didn't say Stu, but...
Right,
that's what
okay.
I'm calling him. And guess what? He says, I don't think I did. The man that you slashed in the neck. And he's like, oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I killed that guy. So she wants her to, she wants Hook, she enchants his hook so he can take Cora's heart and says, you can only take one heart. So what did we know at this moment?
Well, he took Aurora's, so he
Right.
hasn't used it.
So he doesn't take
Well, we
Cora's
also know
heart.
Cora's alive.
Well, yeah, but even
she
if he,
doesn't
if
have
he,
a heart.
but if he took the heart,
Right.
Regina would be controlling
Right.
Cora. But we know that he only got one heart
That
with
is
it,
not
and he
true.
took
Yes.
Aurora's.
So Regina tells him that he has to go to Wonderland to find Cora.
Right. This is a funny line, too. And he's like, I bet that name really doesn't match it. Because it's
Wonderland?
Wonderland, right?
So he goes to steal Cora's heart. He reaches in, and she doesn't have it
Right,
where
she's
it's
like-
supposed to be.
She's like, dearie, I steal hearts. You think I'd leave mine where anybody could take it? So her heart's not there. Where's her heart?
Maybe it's like in her ankle or something.
Okay, well, there could be worse places.
Where
I
would
think it's
you
in a
stick
box.
it?
She's got it somewhere else.
Well, no, but if you want to keep it safe, you want to keep it on your person.
Hey, Mom, give me
Where
your
would you
ankle.
keep it?
I don't know.
Well,
The meaty part of your calf?
no, your butt, like in the rump area.
Then I'd be sitting on my heart,
Yeah,
and it would suffocate.
it would suffocate.
It would cease to breathe.
Right.
Cease to beat.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think it's in a box or something. I think we'll find
Me
it
too.
later.
Why would you leave it somewhere where someone could happen upon it and you don't have access to
But
it?
no, it might be in her castle. It might be something near her that we see her with, and we don't realize that the heart is inside it the whole time.
It's probably in her thigh.
It's probably in her mask. They probably chopped it up into pieces.
Maybe it's in
sewed
Hook's
it
hook.
into her
Where are you most likely to
No,
get shot or
in the butt.
stabbed?
It's
or,
the butt.
So I think it's she probably shoved it in her thigh or the back of her calf.
I think it's the butt.
I think it was chopped up and
Chopped
sewed. No, Dad.
Dad, what?
I think it was sewn into her mask.
Oh.
That is so disgusting. She chopped up her heart, then she's dead.
No, she chopped up her heart and sewed it into her mask. No squishing intended.
No squeeze intended.
She chopped
You
up her
morbid freak.
Okay.
Moving right ahead.
He tells Cora that Regina is the one who sent him to kill her,
Right.
and that her own daughter wants her dead. So that was quite exciting.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and we also got to see that now, we already knew this because we watched Wonderland and we've talked about it even on this show when we first met Cora. But this was the big reveal that she's the Queen of Hearts.
Yes.
So we technically didn't know that before, but we spoiled it and talked about it already in previous episodes. But we get the big reveal because she talks into that horn and she has the mask, and then she finally pulls it away and she's like, I am Cora.
Right.
So we know she's Queen of Hearts. So now we know Queen of Hearts, that Cora, because we watched Wonderland also, we know that she is the cause of a lot of this, really, the core cause of it, and all that stuff that happened in Wonderland. Because remember, we watched in that all the things that happened because the Queen of Hearts did that to the Red Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Cora is the main villain
She is a
across
very
everything.
bad guy.
Yes.
she has
So-
a villain daughter. She has a
She hangs out with
she
Rome.
didn't have a villainous daughter. She created a
She
villainous
created,
daughter.
right.
So
Just
Cora,
like Mom is. Creating a villainous daughter.
Oh, smelly.
Hey.
Maybe smelly.
You're
Smelly.
smelly too.
That's why I'm creating a smelly daughter.
Oh yeah,
My
I
kid's
get
a
it
smelly
now.
kid?
Cora wants Hook to work for her.
Right.
And she says, get me close to my daughter and then I'll rip her heart out.
It's like, oh, get her close to her daughter,
So
and then I'll rip her heart. Ah!
So this part I thought was really interesting when
Interesting you fell asleep.
Well, no. I don't know if it happens before or after this, but when she tell me when. So what's interesting here, so she says, bring her to me, get her close to me, and I'll rip her heart out. So they devise a scheme that she's in a casket, an open casket,
Right.
Uh-huh.
or coffin, however you want to say it.
Right.
And Regina comes, and she thinks that Hook killed her for her.
Right. Well, and she said she wasn't going to take Hook's heart. She put her hand in his chest, but she didn't take his heart. And he says, why wouldn't you control me? And she said, because my daughter would know.
Mm-hmm.
This has to be you agreeing to this. This has to be your plan. Otherwise, she's going to know. So that's the whole plan. Hook is not being controlled.
Right.
Regina lays there. No, I'm sorry. Cora lays there. Regina comes in, says this whole thing to
about
her mom.
how she loves her and she's her weakness.
Yeah, how love is the weakness, and, that's why you had to be killed. She leaves. Hook comes back in, and Cora wakes up.
Well, Cora was never asleep.
Right, but he goes, why didn't you kill her?
Right. Because
And why-
she had her right there.
Why didn't she kill her?
Because the curse was coming too soon.
Right, she said plans have changed.
Yep.
Because the curse is actually going to happen anyway. So that's, Martha, when they, like you're sitting here debating it, that's when Cora takes him to the dried up lake. Oh, no, she doesn't. I'm so confused.
Cora then puts a dome.
Right, it's like Under the Dome.
Yeah, you and I do a podcast about Under the Dome, and so that was very
There's your plug. It's
appropriate.
Chester's Mill Report. It's an Under the Dome podcast.
So Cora puts this dome over this part of Fairy Tale Land.
Right.
To protect it from the curse. It will not be affected by the curse then. So that explains that whole other thing when Emma and Snow went through the portal and ended up there, and all these people were there, and they weren't affected by the curse.
Right.
They were all under the dome.
They were all trapped under that dome, and the curse
luckily
didn't get
theirs
them.
wasn't written by Stephen King.
Right.
But
Why? Is that
because that's a scary show, Molly.
Yes.
Scary.
So she tells him, now this I thought was interesting, because she tells him, our quest will resume in 28 years when the curse is lifted. How does anyone know that the curse is going to be lifted in exactly 28 years? It depends on when Emma comes and
because
lifts
they
it.
said it was a prophecy that there was a savior who would come 28 years from after the curse was put on that would break the curse, and they knew it was Emma was the one part of the prophecy.
All right, I'm going with it.
Because all the stuff they have there, it's all written in this storybook, and that a lot of that is prophecy. So that's how they knew.
Okay.
And
So
did we go to the sheet part that says Emma, Emma, Emma?
No, not yet. Spoiler: there's a part with a sheet that says Emma, Emma, Emma.
all right, well let's do. So we
we did
exhausted
more
that
Emmas.
storyline,
Well, yeah. So they don't get affected by the curse.
and they live happily ever after. for 28
Happily
years.
ever after.
So let's talk about Mr. Gold.
Yes.
He reminds Regina that if she doesn't save Emma and Snow,
And pour them on the 28th year because Emma comes to kill them all.
Yes.
but if Regina doesn't save Emma and Snow, she could be Henry's only mother.
Right.
And so he's kind of trying
But
to
you know
feed
what?
her.
I really didn't think when they were saying all this, I don't think that was motivating Regina. I think what really motivated Regina, because Regina really is changing.
Yes.
And I think when he said that, that was like old Regina would have bought into that. Here's where I think Regina went with Gold. Was when he was talking about that, he also was saying, if you really want to protect Henry, you need to stop whoever's coming through the portal, because if it's Cora, Henry's in danger.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she went along with it. Before that, even though there may have been a moment of hesitation, I think she's changed enough. I don't think that she cared anything about that. Like, look, it's working out.
Right.
You know? Yeah, she may want that, but that makes her the evil queen again.
Mm-hmm.
Evil Regina's back. And I don't think she was.
No.
And I even think when they went there and they did the magic that her intentions were, she was so scared Cora was coming and would wreak havoc and potentially kill Henry and kill everybody. She had to sacrifice what she had to sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Gold stole the Blue Fairy's wand.
Yes.
And they went to the mine and they took the
What?
power.
No. It was the pink. It was pink. That's not the blue fairy.
Well, he just mentioned it.
That's the pink
I might have
fairy.
made that up.
Okay.
It's the pink fairy.
But
I think he said a dead one, though.
Yeah.
he and Regina
Teddy
stole
Mhm.
all the power from the diamond mine.
Right.
Not just a little bit. They stole all of it.
Right. They stole all the power,
All
and that was so
magic.
that they could jack up the portal and kill whoever was coming through.
And Regina thought they were just gonna take a few crystals, and she's like, "So how much are we taking?" And he's like, "All of it." And she's like, "Really? Seriously? That's all of it?
Yeah, it seemed like
It's a whole
lot.
wall."
Yep.
So
Now I wonder. So I have a question, but we got to get there. So Regina, they do the thing, and Henry and Red, they go and they confront them, and they're like, he's going, "Mom, what's going on?" Or Regina, what's going on?
About?
What? I want to talk about the magic there at the portal.
You
I'm
can't
sorry.
skip that far ahead.
Go ahead. I'll go back.
Are you out of your mind? Okay.
I am out of my
Yes, you
mind.
are.
Mhm.
So Cora, there's Regina and Mr. Gold are at the well
Yes.
in Storybrooke, and they put the enchantment on it so that whoever comes out will die.
Yes.
Mhm.
And they think Cora's going to come through the well.
Yes.
So we're going to go back now and talk about the Emma and Snow storyline.
I want to ask
Because
about this.
we can't do it until we get them all to the well. They all have to get there.
Okay, but I want to talk about the magic. What
So-
about the magic?
Emma, Snow, Aurora, and Mulan are all at Rumpelstiltskin's jail cell.
Right.
And Aurora, they found a scroll, and it had the name Emma
Yeah,
written
yeah,
all
Can
over
I say
it.
it? It said Emma, 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 Emma. Emma.
And on to infinity. You know what?
So-
I knew what was going on with that. You called it too. You were like, it's obvious that the ink
Was on the scroll.
is on the scroll. You know why I knew it also? The way it was written Emma, it trailed off like tentacles at the end of Emma. So he was signaling these
But
are
that's a
tentacles that
squid.
it's ink.
Do squids have tentacles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I forgot what it's like an octopus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, duh.
Oh yeah, duh.
Squid. Okay, got it.
Squids are
I'm
almost
with you.
Exactly like octopuses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Squid. Yes.
Very
got it.
similar. Oh no, I inked. That's what they say.
So they're standing there.
Who's standing there?
in the jail cell.
Okay.
And they find the scroll, and they found an empty ink.
Yeah, Mulan
jar.
found an empty ink jar, and she's like, "Oh no!"
Aurora whipped it and hit the thing, and the gate shut.
Yes. And who's standing there when the gate
Who's
shuts?
standing there.
Cora.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hook.
Cora stole the compass, and Hook has the beam. And it's all shriveled up, and he says it's shriveled up just like you, Emma. Shriveled up and useless.
Yeah, take
well,
that,
that's
Emma.
not true. So Emma said, you sound... Emma and Snow and Mulan leave, and they have to leave Aurora there, because Aurora says...
You missed a part. You thought I missed a part. They figure out about the ink,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and Snow figures it out, and she blows the parchment, and it makes it the magic goes, and it opens that hole so they can get out.
Wait, guys, I've got a favorite line.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
So, when Mary Margaret says to Emma, I watched Cora with her spell book. There's spells in the book.
Right?
And Emma says, of course, it's a spell book.
Duh.
And
There was
and then after Mary Margaret blows on it, she's like, and it makes a hole in the wall.
the bar
Emma
is
says-
disintegrated.
Right, the bar's
Emma says-
disintegrated.
Oh, yeah, that type of spell's in the book.
Right, the
Yeah.
spells are actually
The
in the
ink.
book. Right,
The
it's the
ink.
ink. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
There's
And
another...
that's where
They left.
they leave, but they tie up Aurora.
Well, let me tell you one other funny one. Emma and Snow are talking, and Snow said something about, it's all going to be okay, or whatever. And Emma says, you sound like Henry. And Snow said, I guess optimism runs in the family. And Emma said, I think it skipped a generation.
Right.
Uh-huh. Wait. I've got a theory that
Okay.
Emma was written on Emma's apartment door in the first episode
Was it? Did it
Of
say
the-
Emma,
of
Emma?
all the seasons.
Oh, are we going to have to go back and look for that?
I think it does, because there was writing on her door.
Oh, we'll have to look.
I know.
I wonder.
So Emma, Snow, and Mulan have to leave, and they leave Aurora because she's dangerous. Because the queen is controlling
Yeah,
her.
the queen still has her heart. And Aurora's like,
Aurora's
I can't go
controlling her.
with you. I'm dangerous.
Mulan stays there.
And says, I'll get you your heart back. And then she chains her up.
So they come across Cora and Hook
Yeah.
and start fighting.
Yes.
And Snow gives Mulan the heart and permission to leave.
Right.
And she says,
Uh-huh.
go back to Aurora and give her back her heart. We'll deal with these two.
Yes. Yes.
And so Cora and Snow are sort of facing off, and Hook and Emma are, and Emma wins.
Yeah, she
Uh-huh.
bests Hook. Well, she gets the compass. She finds the compass behind her, and then when he goes to stab her, she pushes it to the side, and then he's like, "Ha, I got you," and she goes right, and then hits him with the compass and knocks him
Mhm.
down.
And Cora,
Tried to take out Emma's heart,
Well,
and it didn't work. She's like,
and why didn't it work?
because the magic.
yeah. Well,
No,
after this
she
whole
said-
time,
she
when they
said-
say love is the weakness,
Mhm.
she keeps trying to pull it out, and Emma goes, "Wait a minute, love isn't a weakness; it's the strength."
Exactly. Cora all that time was lying to people so they wouldn't realize that,
Right, that
the
love
love
is
is what
more
makes
powerful.
can defeat
And remember,
her.
that was the thing that happened with Rumpelstiltskin when he was trying to get true love
Yes.
for his
Uh-huh.
potion, because it is the most powerful thing.
Uh-huh.
So we know then that Emma and Snow are going to come through the portal.
Yes.
So here's where we left off.
Okay, so here's where it's all lit up because they put the magic
And
to kill
Henry's
whoever.
freaking out.
Yeah, of course. And Regina decides, like, no, this wasn't about killing. It was about stopping Cora. And she goes up and this is what I was going to ask. Do you think she absorbed the power? Like, she's got all that magic in her now?
Not in a good way.
But I wonder if, like, because she did that and all that went into her, but does it go away, or does she now have the magic inside of her?
I don't know.
I think it went away.
I wonder about
She
that.
has magic.
Yeah, but now that was a lot of magic. That's magic overload.
But Henry was fighting so hard to get her to listen to him, and she finally did. And then...
Oh, wait. And then she's like, oh my gosh, Henry, the portal's still up. Oh no. And all of a sudden, hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one hand.
Yeah.
And you're like...
Then another hand.
And then another hand. And then another
And
hand.
it was
Face.
Emma and Snow. Thank goodness they're back.
Uh-huh.
And they get out, and Henry's so happy, and he's hugging Emma, and Regina's just standing there looking kind of freaked, and Mr. Gold walks away. And then,
And Mr. Gold had knocked Ruby out.
Right.
And so she got up and walked away.
Right, but Snow realizes all of a sudden, where's Charming?
Yeah.
I have to get to him. And they rush her to
And
Prince Charming.
Emma stays back behind with Regina and Henry.
Uh-huh.
And she thanks Regina for saving their lives and everything. And then she looks at her and she says, "So, your mom, she's a piece of work."
He's a piece of work.
Classic Emma. That was a great line.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
she's a
real pain.
She's a real problem.
Yeah, she's not so cool.
So Snow gets to David, and what happens?
They kiss, and Mom's like, he's not coming back. Why did he come back? I mean, they're like, patience. And
Yeah,
all of a sudden he wakes up.
yeah.
Just
Mom
give
has
it-
some impatience
Mom
issues.
gives him a second.
It seemed as though everyone there had them also, because they were all
Well, that's
looking
because they were all
like it
dwarves
should
like
have
you.
started faster.
So they were all standing there, impatient dwarves.
So Emma goes
he had
and
an impatient Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
And Henry.
Yeah.
And Emma.
Emma talked to Mr. Gold,
Yes.
and she told him all about Cora and what happened
Yes.
with the heart.
This was really interesting too, because Gold was saying, "Look, I only did so much because Emma really believed Gold orchestrated everything, and we've been saying that he's orchestrated so much,
Uh-huh.
but it was the Emma stuff that he said I didn't do that."
You're
You're the
that
only
way
one.
because you were born from true love.
Right, and he says the magic was coming from inside you, and that
Yes.
means, and she's realized she's got magic
Yes.
in her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. And
I mean, think about it. Only a few days ago, technically,
yeah.
she was a regular person. It
Yeah.
hasn't been that long that she's been realizing I'm part of the fairy tale world.
So the sad
pretty
thing
big.
was Henry goes over and hugs Regina and he thanks her, and then he went off with Emma and the dwarves and Snow and David to go
And
celebrate.
Red.
They didn't invite Regina. And
No!
it broke my heart.
I
Yeah.
thought,
That made me really,
I thought
really
she was
sad.
supposed to follow her along and she just stood there.
Well, she wouldn't though.
She's going back to her place and going to put on some emo music.
I feel
and-
very sad because
Yeah.
she really has been trying to redeem herself.
Uh-huh.
And here she did such
Yeah, they didn't
a
even think
good
of
thing,
including her.
and
I
they
don't
didn't
think that it
include
was
her.
malicious
I
either.
think
I
they'll
just
get there and realize she didn't follow me.
Right. But
That's
I
what
think
I keep
that-
telling
that-
myself.
they didn't realize that she needs the invite
Yeah.
at all. And they just walked out.
And Mulan and Aurora, Mulan puts Aurora's heart back in, and then they decide to go try to get Philip back.
Right. Well, because Aurora tells Mulan about how Cora told her that you can save them when they've been taken by a wraith. So now they have a mission. I'm glad too, because I like Mulan and I want to see what happens there. And I thought, okay, now they're separated. They're out of Neverland or Everland or whatever, the Enchanted Forest. And I thought, we're not going to see those characters again, but now they have their own quest. They have to solve their thing.
Yes.
And I wonder if eventually, as this kind of crosses over, if Aurora and Philip and Mulan are going to come to Storybrooke.
Mulan's going to need a new outfit,
Oh, yeah, she got all the
because that's not
veil.
going to work for her in Storybrooke.
Oh, I don't know.
So Cora and Hook,
He's going to try
Oh, Molly, this is the big part.
Hook's got the bean.
Yes.
And she says, well, what the heck's that going to do? You know?
Yeah, just some dried up bean.
And he says, yes, but you said the water can restore things. And
yes.
so they restore the bean, and they come floating into Storybrooke.
Yeah, I love that, because you see it shows Storybrooke, and the camera kind of pulls back, like it's showing the skyline.
It looks like a pirate ship.
In the distance, it's a pirate ship.
And then you look up close, and the pirate ship's actually on the water, not in the sky.
Right.
Like, where's our fairy dust? Where's the floating golden pirate ship?
Yeah, like
I need the fairy dust.
In Peter Pan 2, when they were flying in the pirate ship, that's what I thought too. But nope, they're on the water.
Dad, there's also in Peter Pan 1, they also do.
Oh, they fly in that? I didn't remember that.
What's Peter Pan 2?
There's a set.
Electric Boogaloo. It's the one when they're in a breakdance competition. The Lost Boys. Yo, 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 Lost Boys! Didn't you see that one?
Wow.
No.
You couldn't be more wrong.
It's the one with Wendy's daughter.
Oh.
Yo, 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 Wendy's daughter!
Okay, so...
But it's Cora and Hook.
They're
and
in
the Pirates.
freaking Brooke.
Yes.
And no one knows.
Oh, get me to the next episode.
This is going to be good. So let's end it. So
Pirates!
And keep the freaking in, okay?
Yes, we will. All right, everybody, let's end it. You can find past episodes of this and all of our podcasts at our website, which is
www.southgatemediagroup.com.
Please get into conversation with us at our different social media avenues, which would be Facebook. Look up Ever After, the Once Upon a Time podcast. You'll find us there. Find us on Twitter at rsouthgate for me, and Martha's at
SMG Pods.
You can find us on Tumblr and just look up Southgate Media Group, and find us on Pinterest. We actually have a board there. You can go to Southgate Media Group or look up the board Ever After, Once Upon a Time podcast. And find us on iTunes. Find us on Stitcher. Any place you get your podcast, we should be there. And if we're not, please send us an email. Let us know, and we'll try to get on there. The email address is southgatemediagroup@gmail.com. And that goes right to Martha and I. And I think that's it. Oh, please rate us and review us. It really helps, and it helps other people find us. That's it. Let's end this the way every great fairy tale ends.
Happily ever after.
The end. If you would like to donate to help pay for this and other Southgate Media Group podcasts, simply go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com, and click on the donate button. It can be as little as $1 or, well, as much as you want. Help keep this fun going by supporting this and our other shows. Thanks again for listening, everyone. You're the best fans in the world.